banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And away we go in Cincinnati. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun now, first round. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. He fires one deep down the middle. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, Stroud. Connects with the open man downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. They motion the tight end over. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Nico Collins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Now it's Kaimi Fairbairn on to try it for the Texans. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Everly's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
All right, here we go. Second down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just two possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense.
And oh, he got it! Interception! It's a foot race! The 30! He's at the 10! And he's gonna go! It's a big 6! Well, we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. Yeah, no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field, whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Tank Dell the touchdown. And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it's going to be Texans football. It got first down from the 31.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So 2nd down coming up.
Oh, right.
Here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he is on 3rd and long. Forced out to his right. That's completed right side. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Here's Stroud now. Complete to Dell. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. We've got a close one here. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Down with the grab. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's stopped down at the 16 after a small gain. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. He's on the move. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Houston. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Space on the right. He's got room at the 20. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals face a 4-point deficit. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
Shotgun now for Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Working quickly here. Collins there to grab it. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
On the move, headed right. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Man, they had to be exhausted by that point, Brock, which makes it even more impressive that one of them somehow found the energy to force a fumble like that, finally get them off this field.
Yeah, it's thrilling for the defense, Kate, but geez, it's demoralizing for an offense because you could feel it. You could feel it when you've kept that defense and ground them to a nub, and you just feel that energy being sucked out of them. And to not take advantage of it just stings that much more.
Finds a man right side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st down from the red zone. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Let's go now. Tracking 60. Go.
He's dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals driving ahead. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal.
Come back, team. Come back. Here we go. Shot.
Throwing from the gun here. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. From the 35 on second down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Stroud throwing here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Escapes out to the left. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead just before halftime. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Houston calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Fairbairn now for the PAT. And this one thankfully not off the mark. He gets it to go. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting at the 10. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Yep, as expected. They go to the ground to start this one off. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
He'll throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. There he goes on the right side. And he takes this one all the way. Touchdown on the kick return. This half is off to an excellent start, Brock. Hopefully it's an indicator of the type of action we're going to see through to the end of this one.
Dude, these guys just come out of the locker room, Kate, and it's offense and it's defense and it's our scripts, but those special teams guys come out wanting to be special, and he was.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
1st down, Stroud. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Stroud off the play fake. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. I've not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go.
Back to throw it. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
Here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take the lead right away in half number 2. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Short kick here, fielded at the 17. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Brought in right side. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
65.
Kelsey's got it right side. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let's go. 18 Robert. 19 type. 19 type. 70 range. 70 range. Check go.
They'll try and throw it here. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the 2nd half. And puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
McPherson to add the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bengals take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Hits his running back. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And now the Bengals have it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 13. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Let's go now. Warriors 70. Go.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
79 Broncos. Here we go. Set. Track at 60. Hut, hut.
Throwing now from the gun. The throw is caught. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. McPherson at the point after. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Bengals drive their lead to 11. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texans. Hey, uno.
Shotgun now, first round. Caught by Collins on the slant. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Running up the middle, Pacheco. He still has room inside the 30. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say, slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's running with it. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
He beams one deep right side. Big gain downfield. And in for the Houston touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Texans make it an 11-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 13. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down.
Ready. Come 19. Come 19. Ready.
Throwing from the gun. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Ready. Trap 60. Trap 60. Hut, hut.
He's going to throw this one. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for...
This is caught inside the 15. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans now within one score in the fourth. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this...
And he's got it. That gets him two and puts them within a field goal here late. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Let's make 19. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Set. 18. Pioneer.
Motioning the tight end now. He'll look to throw it. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here he is to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
It's a gain of 3, and they're going to have 2nd and goal from the 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
One final shot here. And they win it! They win it! It's a touchdown! No time left! So the Texans come away with the road win. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improved to 2-0. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Cincinnati.